I did take a shower last night. I do not know why you guys are all sitting in the back. I feel like I need to have my distance glasses on. But welcome, welcome, welcome. And you know why we're all here. We are here for Hanamatsuri, so I'm glad that everybody is here to attend. We have Harold holding up our Hanamido, and it's beautifully decorated by our young people this morning, so thank you to everybody who made donations of the flowers. So again, today is the day that we come together to celebrate the birth of baby Siddhartha, and at the same time, fill our hearts with compassionate thoughts and good wishes for all. I know for me, Hanamatsuri was always the service. We got to go to Nishi Hongwanji, and then as soon as they handed out the tickets to the candy stores, we just jammed it out of Nishi and we ran to all the candy stores to get our candy. But it was a lot of good memories, and seeing all the other people from all the temples was a wonderful experience for me growing up at Hollywood Buddhist Church. So now we have our own temple here at Pasadena. We have our own herald, our own Hanamido, and you don't have to run to a candy store. We have all the goodies in the other room. So I'd like to start our service with a small, short talk from Buddha is our teacher. Buddha was born 2,500 years ago. He was at a place called Lumbini in Nepal. His real name is said to have been Gautama. He is also known as Shakyamuni Buddha, or simply Buddha. After reaching enlightenment, Buddha devoted himself to teaching people how to live properly without suffering until he died at the age of 80. He taught us how to be kind and find peace of mind. Buddha's teachings are called Buddhism, and we followed around the world. We don't do bad, do much good, purify your heart. This is the teaching of the Buddhas. Namo Amida Butsu.
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 Namo Amida Butsu. Namo
So,
Amida Butsu.
I'm sure I forgot something, but you're going to be stuck with me all morning. So, at this time, we're going to have the senseis doing Shishin Rai, and then the pronouncement of surface, and then we could all join sensei. Oh, I forgot to introduce. We have a special service today, a special minister today, and I can't remember her name.
Reverend Yukari Torii from the San Fernando Valley Hongwanji Buddhist Temple, our nearest sister temple.
Yes, Reverend Yukari is here from San Fernando. I am losing my mind.
It's we're all
But anyway, but no, I am looking forward to hearing her talk today. I'm glad she's here so you can hear her message also. Thank you. Oh, Juni Rai is this sutra we'll be chanting with them.
Yeah, thank you, Jeannie. Yeah, we will begin with announcing the service with the Shishin Rai, which is Tang Dynasty Chinese, but what it's saying is that we rely upon the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. Shishin Kei Ilei Namo Shochu Shishin Kei Ilei.
い
Namo Shochiu Ho Shishin Kei Ilei Namo Shochiu So. Today, on this occasion of the year 2025 Hanamatsuri service, the members of the Pasadena Buddhist Temple and our friends reaffirm our reliance upon the three treasures of the truth. We rely upon the Buddha, we rely upon the Dharma, we rely upon the Sangha. Namo Amida Butsu, 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 Namo Amida Butsu. Ko Muryo Bushi Shu Ineu Honjiki Shinyo Nyo Tenno Shamata Gyo Nyo Lobu Ryomoku Jonyaku Shoden Koga Chorai Midathon Mensen Enjo Nyoman Gats Iko Yunyo Ten Nichi Gats Shonyo Ten Kukushira Konga Chorai Midathon Kannon Shodai Kanchuju Shuju Meutho Shogun Nobuku Gedo Makeumon Honga Chorai Midason Mubi Muku Kothyojo Shutoku Keuket Nyokoku Shosari Akutoku Jidai Konga Chorai Midason Jipo Myomon Bothashu Muryo Shoma Ryo Sandan Isho Shujo Ganrikiju Koga Chorai Midathon Hontai Hokenchi Shoke Zengon Shoujo Maildaila Ohizajo Nyosen no Koga Chorai Midason Jippo Shorai Shobushi Kengen Jinzu Shi Anrak Sengo Songen Jokugyo Konga Chorai Midason Shou Mudyo Mungato Yakunyo Suigaten Yoro Ishu Seppo Mumyoji Konga Chorai Midason Hison Busetmu Akumyo Yakumunyonin Akudohu Shunin Shishin Kyohithon Konga Chorai Midaton Hison Muryo Benkyo Mu 小種白知識往生不退死亡大今が将来未だとんガセン非尊苦毒寺修善無変如海水生薬前言商業者衛生種上消費庫ナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブがんにしくどく平等性一切どんもない心恩よあんら国ナマンダブルマンダナマンダブナマンダブナマンダブルマンダナモアミルブツナモアミルブツナモアミルブツナモアミルブツナモアミルブツ
Thank you, everyone. Next, we'll have the representatives coming up to pour the tea over their infant Buddha. Can we have representatives from the Dharma School? Martinez family? Junior YBA. Sangha teens. Thank you very much. BWA. Anybody coming up from the BWA? And the Pasadena Buddhist Temple. Okay, check, done, okay. Thank you, everyone. I think I got everybody. So next, we're going to have a Dharma message from Reverend Yukari Torii. And Torii-sensei, I'm not usually this bad. I'm usually better. So I'm going to have Reverend Gibbs introduce you today. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Jeannie. Yeah, actually, the program we just don't put it out in great detail. What we're going to do right now is I will very briefly introduce Reverend Torii, and then she'll speak very briefly to the children, directly to the younger people. The younger group here is we consider 50 and under. She'll speak to the younger group first, and then we will ask the Dharma School students to come up and take a photo in front of the Hanamido, the shrine to the baby Buddha here, baby Buddha to be, and then they will go to Dharma School, and then we'll hear an adult-directed English language Dharma message from Reverend Torii. So let me give a very brief introduction to her. Reverend Yukari was born and raised in Gunma Prefecture in Japan, which is about 45 minutes by Shinkansen from Tokyo. During her senior year in high school, she studied abroad in Florida as an exchange student. That's very close to the United States. She graduated from Waseda University in Tokyo, majoring in film history and theory. And she spent a year studying Czech film history in Prague. My goodness. After working in the film industry, she went to operate her own art and event space. However, following the sudden loss of her mother, Reverend Yukari found her path to Jodo Shinshu Buddhism. Her deepening connection to Buddhism led her to pursue studies at the Chuo-Bukkyo Gakuen Seminary. Reverend Yukari received her Tokudo ordination in 2019 and her Kyoshi certification in 2021. She is currently pursuing an MA in Buddhist Studies at Musashino Graduate School and also continuing her studies at the Shugakuin Doctrinal Institute of the Jodo Shinshu Hongwanji sect. In 2022, she completed her International Ministers Orientation Program at the Jodo Shinshu Center in Berkeley, California, and was subsequently assigned to the San Fernando Valley Hongwanji Buddhist Temple, and that was a little more than a year ago, April of 2024. Her diverse interests range from performing arts, film, international TV series, literature, and such. She also enjoys practicing Pilates and spending time with cats. So that's just a brief background on Reverend Yukari Torii. We will turn the mic over to her. She'll speak again very briefly to the children, then we'll take a photo, and then we'll hear another message from her.
Let me set up my computer just for my reference. So good morning, everyone. おはようございます。おはようございます。It is so nice to meet you, most of Pasadena members. As Gibu Sensei mentioned, I've been serving about a year, almost a little bit more a year at San Fernando Temple, started last April. And after a year, I finally able to visit here, Pasadena Temple. And I have been to all the other temples in Southern District except Arizona, and even Santa Barbara and Oxnard. But this Pasadena was the last one left. So I finally made it. So thank you for inviting me to have this opportunity. And when I moved from Japan a year ago, I couldn't drive at all. So I took lessons. And by the end of June, last June, I nervously could started driving. But last year, Juni-san invited me to come to Obon Festival here, but at that point, it was impossible for me to drive all the way from the west side to here. So I couldn't come to Obon last year, but now I myself and my husband are more comfortable with driving. So we are looking forward to coming to the Obon Festival this year to Pasadena again. And sorry for the long introduction. So I'd like to share my brief Dharma talk to Dharma school kids and family. Could you move to the slide to the second page? Thank you. So I heard, Dharma school kids, you'll be having an egg hunt today. And I don't know who's going to be doing egg hunting, but are you excited? And I wish I could join Dharma school kids for in doing egg hunting instead of adult Dharma message, but I don't think grown-ups does not allow me to do that. Next slide, please. And today I'd like to share a poem with everyone. The poem goes, no matter how I spread my arms, I cannot fly at all. But unlike me, a flying bird cannot run fast on the ground. Though I rock my body back and forth, it makes no pretty sound. Yet unlike me, a ringing bell does not know many songs. A bell, a bird, also me, all are different, all are good. There is the poem, and how many friends will you hunt for eggs with? I cannot count, but next slide, please. When you really want to find lots of eggs, you might feel disappointed if you find fewer than your friends. You might compare yourself with your friends, feeling happy or sad about how many eggs you found. But each of you is wonderful just the way you are, so you don't need to compare what you can or what you cannot do with others. So if you find more eggs than your friends and feel like saying, yay for me, please try sharing some of your eggs with your friends. That way, you can share your happiness with your friends too. So I'd like to conclude my, I believe, Dharma talk for Dharma school kids and family. So have fun and enjoy egg hunting later today. Thank you.
So we'll have Reverend Yukari take a short break on her speaking so that we can have the Dharma School students come up and take a photo in front of the Hanamido before you go off to your classroom, which is probably the garden. So please bear with us. It'll only take a short while. Our Dharma School students are going to go to their classroom activities, but before they leave, they're going to take a photo in front of the Hanamido. And you're certainly, the parents are welcome to take their photos too. None of you have film, so go ahead and start shooting the informal ones, you know, catch them. You can delete the ones if somebody has an unusual expression on their face. Take as many photos as you can. Thank you so much. We will persevere without our beloved Dharma School students for the rest of the service.
I'm surprised that you have many Dharma school kids. San Fernando only had 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is an unusually good turnout today. We thank you all for being here, and we're going to turn the mic back to Reverend Yukari Torii to give a further Dharma message.
So now I'd like to share my reflection on Hanamatsuri with the adult who stayed instead of going to egg hunting. Thank you for staying. Next slide, please. So what do we celebrate at Hanamatsuri? What do we celebrate? Thank you, yes. Next slide, please. We celebrate Siddharta Gautama, the historical Buddha's birthday, Shakyamuni's birthday. Next slide, please. So what did Shakyamuni do? Does anyone have answer? Next slide, please. Shakyamuni, he revealed the ultimate truth or ultimate reality of this world. Next slide, please. You are likely familiar with Newton's discovery of the law of ultimate universal gravitation. Newton observed an apple falling from a tree and identified the universal law behind it. The phenomenon of apple falling wasn't unique to Newton. It had been happening all along. But what Newton did was name and describe it, giving language to something that had always existed. Next slide, please. Similarly, Shakyamuni Buddha articulated the ultimate truth that was always present because he was able to see things as they are through his attainment of enlightenment. Here are the words from Shoshinge that Shinran Shonin composed from his understanding of Buddhism. Next slide, please. Shakyamuni Tathagata appeared in this world solely to teach the ocean-like primal vow of Amida. We, an ocean of beings in an evil age of 5 defilements, should entrust ourselves to the Tathagata's words of truth. Next slide, please. Shakyamuni was born into this world to teach and spread the vow of Amida Buddha for us. And Shinran Shonin rejoiced that because Shakyamuni was born, thanks to that, Shinran Shonin was able to hear the vow of Amida Buddha. Next slide, please. That vow, Amida's vow says, I will definitely free all beings from suffering. Everything you need to achieve this, I will take care of. So just please leave it to me. Next slide, please. So now, what is suffering? Living brings many challenges every day. Even daily small irritations can be considered suffering. When you drive, you get irritated a lot, I guess. But I believe the greatest suffering is parting with our loved ones. Many people encounter Jodo Shinshu after experiencing the death of someone dear to them. Next slide, please. And I am one of those people. And the Jodo Shinshu teachings, its perspective on life and death, wiped away my sorrow after losing my mother. And I believe this is essence of Jodo Shinshu and the reason why we should continue to listen to these teachings. So now I like to share my story a little bit with you. I have experienced the impermanence of life and the pain and the sorrow of losing loved one when my mother passed away 15 years ago. It was very sudden. She collapsed one day after a stroke and slipped away 2 weeks after without uttering a single word. I was devastated. It was so hard for me to accept, to comprehend. I thought that I would never see her again. Next slide, please. But a while later, a postcard arrived from one of my mother's closest friends, and it gave me a great comfort, great relief. It said, "Your mom was born in the Pure Land." Next slide, please. If I were to add to more explanation to these words on the postcard, it would be like, your mother has transitioned into the world of enlightenment, great nirvana, accompanied by Amida Buddha. I wasn't born into a Jodo Shinshu Temple family, or my family was not Jodo Shinshu followers. So at that time, I had no idea what Jodo Shinshu teachings are. However, my mother's friend's words blew away my grief and gave me great comfort, great certainty, kind of certainty that I would see my mother again. Next slide, please. And I learned afterwards that the counseling message from my mother's friend was an important concept in the Jodo Shinshu teachings. When someone dies, they are born into the Pure Land, the world of perfect enlightenment, and become one of Buddhas through the compassionate working of Amida Buddha. They then return to this world as a Buddha to benefit and guide others. This teaching gave me great comfort because now I know where my mother is and what she is doing. Until I realized this, I had been thinking of my mother's death on the physical level. She was dead and I'm alive. I felt an unspeakable void between me and my mother. I thought she had ceased to exist. I thought we would never see each other again. But I was wrong. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Thank you. There is a true meaning of life that transcends physical life and death. I believe providing such perspective is the significance of Jodo Shinshu. Next slide, please. And I think of continuing to listen to Jodo Shinshu teachings as similar to health insurance. When you're healthy, you don't feel it's necessary. However, when something life-changing happens to your body, if you're insured, you can receive treatments, even though normally cost very high. And this is something I realized over the past 1 year. The insurance system in Japan and the United States are so different, right? As a Japanese citizen, basically everyone can receive insured medical treatment with the government help, support. There is a monthly personal insurance payment, but the out-of-pocket cost for treatment is very, very small. So when I was in Japan, going to clinics was almost like a hobby, one of my hobbies for me. I visited various kinds of clinics frequently. There is a term, bar hopping, right? I often did clinic hopping as well. I do like bar hoppings. And in Japan, there isn't primary care physician system, so basically you go to specialized clinics for each medical field. So on the same day, I might visit a dentist, orthopedist, and dermatologist, and gynecologist. But they're all in a walking distance, so it wasn't a big deal. But I wasn't suffering from any major illness, so you don't have to worry about it. But if something minor concerned me, I could consult specialists. And if medication was needed, prescription drug contains ingredients or amounts not available in over-the-counter medications. So because they were covered by insurance, they end up, if you get prescription drugs, they end up being cheaper than buying the over-the-counter medications. I didn't come here today for talk about Japanese medical system, but it took me time to understand American insurance system. I was shocked when I received the same examination as in Japan, and it was unbelievably expensive. And I wondered why despite paying monthly premiums, insurance premiums, my out-of-pocket expenses were still so high, this high. What was I paying monthly payment, my monthly premiums for? But thankfully, the temple covers our medical insurance. And when I spoke with the member in charge of my insurance at the temple, he told me that The most important part of insurance is for it to cover any major event, what is known as major medicals. And these are something you are hoping that will never happen. So the monthly premiums might not feel beneficial on a daily basis, but it's something you keep paying to prepare for something when something does happen. Next slide, please. Maybe it is too small for everyone to look at, but it is a summary. And now let me return to discussing the Buddha Dharma. So doesn't Jodo Shinshu teaching have such an aspect like insurance? When something life-changing occurs, these teachings provide support so you don't lose sight of your heart. Life in its true sense doesn't end with the end of this worldly life. Shinran Shonin says, whether I leave this world first or I'm left behind, parting through death is sad. But there is more to it. Those born in the Pure Land first will guide those who left behind in this world, and they will surely meet again. Or rather, as like-minded beings, through the Nembutsu, Namo Amida Butsu, we can meet anytime, even now. As part of Amida Buddha's compassionate working, my mother is constantly working to support me, to help me to walk the path to truth. And we connect through Namo Amida Butsu. Through my mother, I came to hear Amida's calling. The physical separation was not the end of my connection with my mother. And this has been a great support for me. Also, by realizing that beyond this worldly life is the assurance of becoming part of infinite life. Perhaps we can live each day and this very moment with peace of mind, without worrying about the future. Because we continue to pay for medical insurance, we can respond without financial or mental panic when a major event occurs. If nothing happens for a long time, you might question the point of continuing paying. These Jodo Shinshu teachings are similar. If you don't have any pressing problems and your days are going reasonably well, hearing about Amida Buddha or Pure Land might not resonate with you. That's because you can enjoy life well enough without hearing such things. But we never know what tomorrow brings. Like my mother, who was healthy, when we said, see you the day before, but fell into a coma the next day and never woke up. When such sad and painful emergencies occur, the teachings we hear now demonstrate their power. This is not the end. Even though the physical body is not visible, they support me as my mother support me as part of infinite life. And someday I will join them. That is the working represented by the statue of Amida Buddha. Amida Buddha says, I will definitely flee all beings from suffering. Everything you need to achieve that, I will take care of. So please leave it to me. And live your life with peace of mind. Amida Buddha and these words, the words Namo Amida Butsu, the Nembutsu, are the visible manifestation of the inconceivable but embracing working that surround me, surround you, surround all of us. For us who cannot find the truth with our human filtered eyes, Shakyamuni Buddha revealed it into a human perspective. And Shinran Shonin rejoiced that because of that, thanks to Shakyamuni, because Shakyamuni was born, Shinran Shonin was able to hear the vow of Amida Buddha. So in celebrating Shakyamuni's verse today at Hanamatsuri, I have shared with you my reflection on the fact that I was able to encounter these teachings and my feelings of gratitude for this. And I am so delighted to observe the Hanamatsuri service at this Pasadena Temple with all of you and to share the rejoice in the condition we are in right now. So I would like to conclude my Dharma message. And if you are able, please join me in Gasho. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Reverend Torii, for your wonderful message. I think a lot of us share the same experience that many of us might have been in Sunday school when we were little, but not a lot of us didn't come back until we started losing our parents and good friends and realizing that the Nembutsu helps you heal. So we get to sing now. Oldie but goodie. It's on page 117, something we sang when we were little kids. Please rise and join us in singing In Lumbini's Garden. Very appropriate for today's service.
Can't read the screen, so I need a book.
Nam Amida Butsu.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Nam Amida
Namo
Butsu.
Amida Butsu.
Nam Amida
Namo
Butsu.
Amida Butsu.
Thank
Namo
you,
Amida
and
Butsu.
please be seated.
Namo Amida Butsu.
Well, it sounded like the kids were hunting their eggs. And so after the service, hopefully you will join us for otoki. We have otoki prepared for you in the other room. Because of the fire, we haven't been able to make food like we used to, but we did put together 1 kama of chirashi for everybody. And if you have to say, our chirashi is very, very special. So at this time, I'd like to thank Reverend Gibbs, Reverend Torii for our service, Kyoko Gibbs for our flowers, and these flowers set up by our young people this morning. The streaming of the service by Alan Goto in the back, Kathy in the front, and our organist, Kathy also. So many thanks to all of you for coming. Hopefully you'll come again. Inside of the, when you leave, there's cards at the back table. If you'd like to be on our mailing list, we'll add you to our mailing list. Our Hikari is coming out soon, so you'll get a physical copy. The other option you have is signing up for our e-blasts. And so if you haven't been getting those, please fill out a little postcard and leave it with me. But if you didn't offer the tea before the service, you get to do this again. Or if you want to do it again because we only do it once a year, come on up and do it again.
Yeah.
And so we have a bake sale going on inside of the room. So the bake sale is to help support the, help me, Linda. Where's Linda? The Union Mission. So, and that is one of our junior YBA members' projects. So the Union Mission is in there. And if you haven't ordered the junior YBA t-shirt for the Obon, this is the last week. And they're really, really cute. I think Pasadena is a little bear with a, he looks like he's wearing one of those sumo pants. But anyway, this is the last week to order the sumo, not the sumo, the junior YBA t-shirts, which it becomes a collector's item because every year we have a different t-shirt for Obon. And we are having Obon. I'm looking real happy. So thank you for coming. If there are other announcements, Sensei?
Yeah, just very briefly, yeah, first of all, I also like to thank Jeannie for chairing the service, Kathy Kumagai for playing organ, Kathy Mikuni for arranging our service chairmanship and preparing the refreshments for our guest speaker. I want to thank our guest minister, Reverend Yukari Torii. If you have time, please come down and join us for the chirashi, little chirashi next door. We really do hope you'll join us for the refreshments next door, the celebratory chirashi rice dish. And we'll be here this week as usual. There'll be a Tai Chi class, 1 o'clock Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesdays is our day for study classes and discussions, just a little chat on the porch, 11 a.m., meditation, sutra chanting, and vocal nembutsu at 6, and 7 p.m. for a study class on Tuesday. And again, 1 o'clock for Tai Chi, and that Tai Chi class recurs on Thursday. And we hope to see you here next Sunday for our regular weekly service where it's just me giving you one of my talks, but so it won't be as good, but it'll still be here. So please come join us next Sunday. And if you would all have time, again, please join us next door for the chirashi rice dish. Thank you.
I forgot one more announcement. Origami, which is usually at 10 o'clock, is going to be at 9:30 starting tomorrow because the Nishi Hongwanji group is starting their Tai Chi class at 11, so they have asked us to start origami at 9:30 so they can all go upstairs and do the Tai Chi too. So if you're going to join us for origami, it's at 9:30 on Zoom, or come on in here. We have all the paper for you. Okay? So come on up. Shower the Buddha with your sweet tea, and then come on over to the kitchen.